all set?
9:59.
Melissa?
One moment.
Yeah, I'm all set, sorry. Yep.
It's 9:59.
I'm going to call to order the meeting of the Board of Commissioners for June 20th, 2024, 10 o'clock. Please join me for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do we have any media questions? Seeing none.
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Public comment?
Yes, Rick Kane from Wolfboro.
I believe Mr. Cordelli had his hand raised. I didn't see
No,
it.
go ahead. Sorry, you're standing up already.
Yeah. I received part of my 91A request from Melissa today. She still has some that's outstanding from my March request. Obviously, the county attorney didn't have any exemptions that they could state why they were refusing me this request. I would expect if I make another request, I'd have it in a timely fashion by the commission. So at this time, I got some reading material, not much, but I'll read it and maybe we'll address something next week. Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, can I just clarify one thing? Mr. Kane said the county attorney, and I believe he meant the county's legal counsel, not to be confused with the actual county attorney.
Right,
Okay.
the exemption why I was withheld that information since March.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Representative Cordelli?
Thank you, Commissioners. State Representative Glenn Cordelli from Tufton Borough. I think a couple of weeks ago you had a presentation on hydro group net metering from Howard Plant of Freedom Energy Logistics. And I just wanted to correct any maybe misunderstanding that there was. This would not impact any current electric contract that you have in place. It is totally separate. You're not buying power from this group. It's merely partnering with this hydro company so that they can sell their power to Eversource. It is required by state law that the generator must have partnership with municipalities in order to contract with Eversource. So you're just a partner in this. Coas and Sullivan counties are already partners in this, and I have contacts in each one of those counties for you if you'd like to talk with them. If I could.
Yes, please. Okay. I'll make sure that the other two commissioners get copies.
Great. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make that point so that everyone was clear on it. It doesn't impact any current electric purchasing contract that you have.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Clarifies a lot.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, my name is Kevin Houle, I live up the street. You know, you Google hydroelectric power, it comes up, it's not a renewable source because of the fish migration for spawning. And I know a lot of the dams have been torn down all over the state. One of them right down here in Union Meadows, they took that dam out. That was a hydroelectric plant. You know, hydroelectric it's from the dark ages. Anyway, I'd like to know what the update is. Is there any way that you could put your farm manager on the agenda for next Thursday so we get an update on the hay, how many bales he's made and any breakdowns or any mechanical failures? And you know, one of the list of things that were a requirement for when there was talk of leasing the hay fields was the soil testing. There was going to be a soil test done at the start of haying and one in the middle and one at the end. And I would like to know what the results are. I'm assuming that he'd be testing the soil because he recommended that anyone that would take over the contract of baling the hay for the county would he made that mandatory, and $1 million insurance waiver. But yeah, I'd like to know what is the update, like how many bails were made, or if I have to FOIA request it, FOIA as in Freedom of Information Act, because we kind of need to know how many bails were made. I did notice there was another field over here that was cut down, and it seems like the lawns are mowed, and things are kept up a little better than they have been in the past. Okay, thank you very much. That's all for today.
No other public comment? Okay. We will recess to open for Hales. Do their minutes, and we'll go back in case we have any other comments.
10:05.
Okay.
Minutes for Hales. Any objection to anybody?
No.
Question,
Yes.
are we officially in their mode here?
Yes.
Any update on the dam or the problems?
Yes, they have a meeting scheduled for next week. The other one was canceled. There's a meeting for next week.
Is there something we should be in?
I personally am going. You're more than welcome to go if you want to. And I can get you the information.
Might, depending on that neck of the woods.
I'm not sure, I don't have it with me.
Who's on the copy list for that? Who's sending out the information?
The health person. And the state. I'm assuming you sent it to me because I am chair of the board of selectmen. So I just got it, so I don't have it with me. I don't have my county phone here, so, but I can send you the information if any one of you want to attend.
Where do they meet?
At Hales.
They have a meeting room or?
Yeah, in the hotel.
Oh, in the hotel
In the
itself?
hotel. Okay. Any motion to accept the minutes for Hales?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 What was the date on that?
Of the minutes?
Yes.
June 13th. Sorry. Any other business for Hales? No. Okay. Go back into our regular scheduled meeting.
10:07.
Okay. And the minutes for June 13th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Do you have a
I'll
copy
have to
for
get the
us?
signature copy for you.
Pardon?
I'll have to get the signature one for you. I only have a one marked draft too.
Okay. Okay. We have the department head report from the nursing home. Rich, are you? There you are.
I'm here.
Come on up.
Nice and cool in here, huh?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. All right. It's my monthly report. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Absolutely. You know, in the spirit of communication and collaboration, I enjoy coming to these meetings. Start off with census. Census remains strong. We're at 97 today. We're right at our sweet spot for Medicare with 10, 47 privates and 40 Medicaids. We've made some great traction with hiring. 2 orientations ago, we had 7 people, 6 of which is from the nursing department. In our orientation this week, we had 2 people, 1 in the nursing department, and we're projecting 5 more hires in 2 more weeks. So we're finally getting some traction there, so that's a good thing. These staff, some are per diem, and they want to work for the summer. We have some college kids that are nurses, and once you become a nurse, you finish the first year, you're automatically licensed to be an LNA. So we'll have her like filling up a lot of vacations because we're in peak vacation time right now. Today I have 5 people on the floor doing orientation, so that's going to go well. A lot of great energy, a lot of new, young people who just are really excited about working for the county, so that's good. And so if we have 2 and 7, another 5, that will be, quick math, 14 new staff members. And we have some people that work in the dietary department and also housekeeping. So we're starting to fill a lot of the holes that we've had in the past. We did get our pro-share check. It was less than last year, but it's more than we're budgeted. We're budgeted for 1.6. We got 2.5, so it's a difference of around $950,000 for the year, which is a positive thing. And we also got a new Medicaid rate letter. So the state of New Hampshire decides they pay you a new rate every 6 months. So they changed the payment methodology, and we're receiving an additional $11.30 per patient day, which is going to come out to be about $91,000 for the course of a half year. So it starts July 1, goes to the end of the year. So that's another positive thing for revenue. And with our Med-Aids versus our Medicaid, as I said to you before, it's about $400 difference per day. So we're confident that our revenue is going to be very strong this year, throughout the year, so that's good. We did have a social work position open. We've hired someone. They're starting July 1st. Very excited. Lisa's worked for us before. She went to work for Huggins, and then I think 5 or 6 years, and she's coming back. So great references. The staff are excited to see her come back. We're excited that she's going to come in and be able to hit the ground running, and there's not going to be a lot of learning curve because she knows the county way, plus she knows the building. So it's very good. Today we're having an employee appreciation event. So we're going to have a food truck out in the back there. This is all being funded through the trustees. We're also going to have massages, we're going to have giveaways, things like that. Our theme is back rubs and brisket. So we have some t-shirts made and things like that. So I would love to take credit for that, but one of my chefs in the kitchen was like, oh, back rubs and brisket. I'm like, oh, get that on t-shirts. So we're excited about that. We were going to do a lot of games outside, but the weather is going to be, so we'll bring it inside. Promise not to break anything. We'll do our best because it's my wife. As my wife and my mother always said, don't play ball in the house, but we'll be playing a little ball in the house and there's different games. So I'll take responsibility for that. Last week we had LNA Appreciation Day, so they have a whole week. We celebrated a little bit early, so we gave them all nice little cinch bags. I mean, not cinch bags, those bags that go over your shoulder with that logo on them and things like that. You know, I'm a big fan of branding, so you're going to see a lot of things with our logo on it. So when people go to the supermarket and they're wearing our stuff, that's great advertisement. I don't have to put things in the paper. I don't have to think, you know, we have the budget for it. So the more things we can have that say Mountain View on it, the better. Agency, you know, in the summer, if you can stay flat or improve a little bit, it's considered a win. So we're remaining flat. Last week we had 6 people on vacation and we're still about the same, whereas in years past we would have that spike. So my schedule is doing a nice job, and also bringing these new people in and getting them on the floor as soon as we can. So we're also in our window for state survey. Last year they came in the end of August. They're running about 12 months. They can show up anywhere between 9 and 15 months, so we're expecting them probably sometime end of August, maybe in September. So, but I think things are trending in the right direction over there. The feeling in the building is very positive. People like what they're doing. Morning meeting is a very uplifting thing. You know, people know, come in, get your job done, have some fun, you know, and then we pay you and you get to do it all over again. It's not really rocket science.
How many are you down now?
If I bring in these 9, 7 plus 2 is 9, I'll be down right around 11 or 12. We just got to bring these per diem people into full time. So some of them are still kicking the tires. We had one person come up from the facility in North Conway. She came, she's like, I just want to do per diem. She just converted to full time. So same thing with some of these other people, because they're very loyal to where they work. And they understand our staffing is much better, but they've built relationships with their coworkers and also the residents. And I can't fault them for that. I think that's, you know, that's a great thing. But they come here and they realize, you know, we offer a pretty good product, and our residents are very well taken care of, and they're still gonna work hard, but they're gonna run 1 to 6 residents versus 1 to 15. So.
Good.
Questions?
Yeah, the students that are coming in, that are gonna be holidays for the summer, or whatever, what do they pay?
We pay them just a regular per diem rate, even though they're going to school for nursing.
Okay,
So, like this one woman I'm talking to, you know, we're hoping that when she finishes at UNH, she's a junior, that she'll come back and work full-time for us. You know, and she's also looking, you know, I talked to her yesterday, she's also looking at other things besides long-term care, but a lot of times when they get that exposure, they really enjoy it, so.
Question?
Sounds good to me. But if you want to start 2 to 4 today, back rubs and brisket. Can't go wrong. You know, that's a heck of a combination, so.
I think last year, didn't we have a dunk tank? Yeah, or something like that, Melissa?
I could see Melissa in that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
You were,
thank you.
yeah, we were all here.
Because it's warm out, Melissa.
I know. It would be
Yes,
nice.
it would be nice today, sure.
Absolutely. I'll have to find out where they got the dunk tank, and maybe that's, you know, and that's something we want to do periodically, you know, at least once a quarter, to recognize our
Something,
staff.
yeah.
And, you know, it's something that,
It's a good morale booster.
and especially, you know, we did Nurses Day, we did LNA Day, we're also going to do dietary, housekeeping, you know, just give them a little something that, you know, recognizes them and shows that, you know, we care what they do and we appreciate what they do. So.
Good, thank you.
Everybody happy with the food?
Yep.
The food, today we do a little Boston chicken, which is excellent. It's like chicken with cheese and chicken, come on.
Yep.
Not many better combinations than that, but, and tomorrow's the haddock, so I think it's haddock Newburgh, but yeah, Chris and his staff are doing a great job. There's definitely a great life in there because they're using their skills, and people are going through the trade line a lot more than they are than just ordering the wraps and the burgers and stuff, so it's
Good.
definitely positive. He's doing a fantastic job. I'll tell him not to watch this because I don't want him to get a big head, so. All right, great, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner comments or reports? The only thing that I have is I was at the UNH extension meeting on Tuesday because I'm on the advisory council, and they will, and this is for your benefit, Glenn, you will be getting your quarterly report as soon as they close out June. So, okay. And you'll get those every quarter, the delegation and the commissioners. So I believe that we used to do them, but haven't for some time. Okay, that's all I have. Commissioners, anything?
I have none.
Okay.
I have one item
Yep.
about the shredding container.
Yep,
Okay.
we just have to vote on that?
Yes. I know the commissioners were included in the email exchange at the end when we finally had worked it all out.
Yep.
So what I would ask for you to do today is to approve an expenditure of up to $4,000 to shred it for the purpose of emptying the shredding container that we have at the administration building. So that container over the last 4 years, as we've gone through everything in the vault, the annex, and all the hidden places in the various departments, and making sure that they're following the record retention, but anything in excess that needed to be shredded has been stuffed in that container, and now it's full. And the goal is to empty that out, send it to a shredding facility, have everything done. They'll sign a certification that the date and time that our records were destroyed, and then that container would get moved over here outside the annex to use as space to store things when we do the annex project. So, that's-
Questions?
I think the county should get goats.
Yeah.
And they
Just
eat
eat the
this.
paper.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, or?
My only thing is that it's not being shredded while it's here.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I don't know if I really have a problem with it, but how
I know.
We have no actual proof at that, I mean, other than them saying that it's been shredded.
And, other than their references that they provided, they do work for a defense contractor in New Hampshire, and they've also done New Hampshire Department of Transportation. Felt those were pretty good references. In the future, well, they're bringing 96-gallon totes. They dump our stuff into those totes, and then they secure them and load them in a truck, and then they go to the facility. I don't know any,
There are mobile services.
there are, it would be very much, it would cost very much, but it would probably be triple this amount.
How much of this is sensitive information?
If it's in the shredding container,
It's
it's
pretty
sensitive
sensitive.
Yeah,
information.
we-
We put in dumpsters what we could, like copies of
Right.
minutes and stuff that
So
was
this is-
public, but this is,
There'd be patient information and
You know,
jail, and sheriffs, and
other than they do business with a lot of nursing facilities, hospitals, a defense contractor, the state. That's the only guarantee I have that they must be doing something right, unless I physically follow. I'll follow them to the facility if you want.
Oh, no, that's
It
not-
might be
but-
fun to watch, but I don't know how else to guarantee.
I saw them at, I believe it was them when I was at the hospital the other day, with my husband,
Mhm.
they were putting those big, emptying those big dumpsters into the truck.
Were they shredding it at the time?
No, they were just dumping them in the truck
Take it.
and take it, yeah.
And it's taken to a facility actually that recycles the shred versus just throwing it in the landfill at like waste management or something. It's an actual process.
I just assumed, I was mistaken on my part, that it was shredded
Yeah.
before it went in, or as it went in.
This first push is, in the future, it'd be wonderful if we could have someone come on site. You've probably seen those, like the Lions Club will sponsor it, or other organizations where they invite the whole community. If you have personal stuff, take advantage. We have a truck today, shred on site. But this is such a monumental project going through, 40, 50 years worth of records. We need one dump, and then we can do it better going forward.
Do it on a rotation every,
Yeah, we're gonna
Years.
keep up with it. We're not hoarding documents anymore.
Madam
I mean,
Chair,
Yes.
point of information. Is there confirmation that my cease and desist order that was put in years ago was actually discontinued?
Yes.
Do we have confirmation?
Yeah, it was about a year ago, I think. I had gotten
Oh, a year ago. you got
confirmation. I had checked with the court before we even started. It's probably 2 years now that I checked with the court.
Okay. Just
Because I
making
was
sure.
aware of that, where we had a lot of the records that were stashed away were because we were under an order from the court not to destroy anything while we had a pending 91A open in the court. But I could find that email where we cleared it with the court back then, before I started going in the vault and tackling that, yeah.
My second question
Yes.
would be, were the non-public and public minutes that were missing ever found?
That was before me, so I don't really know.
How we dealt with it in any department, if any minutes were found, they were kept. We haven't sorted through minutes yet, but if there were five copies of a set of minutes, which we found a lot of that, especially with like the delegation, everybody just like packed up and shoved it somewhere. We kept one copy of each thing, so that's part of the process going forward, is to go back and verify that we actually have these, but unless you're looking for a specific set of minutes, I can't help you yet.
May I continue? My concern would be that every public meeting and every non-public meeting should have a set of minutes. And has that been gone over to make sure there is a set of minutes for every? Is that
No.
going to be part of the process
we
in the
haven't.
future?
We haven't done that. All I personally can account for is the last 4 years that I've been here. And we do have books and binders and boxes of minutes in storage in the vault. But to say that, to go back and review every time, there's no way to know.
Well, there is, because there's public postings of minutes. I'm just asking,
Right.
is there gonna be a process at some point to just go through to make sure there's a proper historic library of all the minutes for all the meetings, that's all?
I'll say yes. It's not here, it's here. It's just safeguarding what we know we have and making sure it's protected. But as far as going, it's on a list.
That's a long process, so it's
Yes,
just going
and
to take some
it
time.
will involve a lot of time, probably.
Like I say, we know since the last 4 years, we have them all on.
You have, yeah,
It was before that,
yeah.
Well, my video goes back 13 years.
Yeah, so-
So if you did have minutes that were missing, you could reproduce them, but that would require somebody going back to make sure there was, minutes actually taken for all those meetings.
yeah.
Thank you for your 13 years.
13 years.
It's been very valuable, thank you, honestly.
Yeah. Questions, comments?
Yeah, I would feel more comfortable if it was shredded here.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
I understand the expense, but giving me problems with identity theft and everything else, I think we should rethink that, or at least think about it a little more. If
Could
we
you-
don't want to do it today.
Yeah, could you get some pricing on shredders that do it here? Let's just see what the difference is.
Sure. Yep, I can do that.
This stuff is still on site,
It's locked in a container.
so you mean have it come now and shred it? Just move it all to a shredder?
I mean, they would bring a shredding truck, I'm assuming,
Right,
and
it's a
stand
truck.
there, and
They
their
load it
staff
in.
would move it into the shredder. But I can certainly ask if this company offers that service.
Okay.
And find out how much it would cost, certainly. And I understand your hesitation, it's like, we
Yeah.
take good care of this stuff and protect it, and then just to hand it off is.
Yes,
Madam Chair, could I ask a question?
yes.
Have you thought about buying your own shredder?
We
If it's
have-
gonna be a $4,000 cost every year,
No,
I got one, I
No.
could volunteer, I could donate, a little tiny.
no, they need a big one.
yeah, the departments all have shredders. This
Shred their
this
own
was, and they do shred on a daily basis, or every other day, you hear shredders humming around all the time. Making sure that, stuff that doesn't have to be kept is taken care of properly. This was just a massive clean out. I mean, you can imagine people didn't have anywhere to put stuff, so they just stowed it away here. We had rooms and rooms and rooms full of documents dating back decades, so.
Hey, save the $4,000 and put them out back in the fire pit and burn them.
All right, should I call and see if we can get a fire permit?
No.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
Good idea, but no.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
If you do decide to use the off-site, I would just make sure that they're bonded and insured, just in case the information does get out and then somebody tries to sue the
Sure,
county,
yeah.
so at least they're covered. I'm sure they already have that insurance, but you
Yeah.
should just make sure if you do that.
Okay. I just have, so there's another part of the annex, we call it the annex purge, because we have a lot to get
Yeah,
out of
get
here.
out of
So we've also identified probably, this is maybe a little bit of a high estimate, but about $8,000 in addition to this. And that $8,000 will be used to move containers from the DPW and from admin over here, so that things can be moved in and tucked away while they're doing construction. And also the dumpster that's out front of this building will probably need to be emptied 6 more times by the end of the year.
Of stuff that's in here.
Of
that we
stuff
have to
that's
get rid of
already in
anyway.
here. Yep. Like, we have a lot of PPE that unfortunately was
Yes.
expired that we
It's
can't
expired, that
use.
has to go.
We're keeping some of it in reserve, but we don't need what we have.
Yeah, we must have 100 cases.
Yeah, we have a lot. So I just want to make you aware of that, and.
So that's another 8, you think 8, so where is that? Is that in our budget? What,
So-
is that going to come out of?
Temporarily,
Facility?
we're going to charge it to county facilities.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then we're going to give it some more thought about who does the stuff belong to? And could individual departments
Has to
take
come
a
out of their
portion of that? But
What is PPE?
personal protective equipment, so
During
like
COVID?
masks and gowns and and stuff that we got, supplies of during COVID. So,
And it has an expiration date on it.
yeah.
That's all the pallets back here.
That's all the pallets in the front, yeah. And there has been an effort,
To
to
try
find
to-
somebody to take it,
Nobody wants it,
whether in New Hampshire, in the United States, around the world,
Yeah.
anyone. And,
because it has an expiration date, no one wants it.
yeah, we haven't been able to get rid of it. So I just want to make you aware of that cost, but there's a lot of work that's being done right now. Thankful to the House of Corrections for, they have been pretty steady with inmate labor that's available, and we've been able to get a lot accomplished in the last 2 weeks. We've been steady, but there's been this like push now that we've had that delegation vote, so. Okay, and I'll come back with that for next week then.
Okay, good, all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other business? No? Okay. Wait for
Oh, I have a suggestion.
what do we have?
Can you have someone oil Commissioner McGee's
Yes,
chair,
I was
please?
thinking the same. I was thinking the exact same thing.
I put in an email to maintenance last week, and when you think of it, oil the chair. Yeah.
My
You
voice
can hear it on the video.
my voice recognition software goes,
Yeah.
and it's always when numbers or, monetary value is
Right.
said. And
We do that on purpose, right?
Melissa, non-public?
Yes, so we have B and J.
B and J?
Yep.
Okay.
So hiring, and then the other one that's negotiating contracts.
You said B and J?
Yes, please, thanks.
Make a motion that we go into non-public session. D, the hiring of any person as a public employee. J, consideration of confidential, commercial, or financial information that is exempt from public disclosure under RSA 91-A, colon 5-4. An adjunctive proceeding pursuant to RSA 541 or RSA 541A. That it?
That's it.
That's it.
Second.
All those in favor, roll call vote?
Nelson, yes. McGee?
Yes.
And McCarthy?
Yes.
10:32.
I just want to mention too that we have a trustee of trust funds meeting scheduled today on the calendar, but it's going to be held in the registry of deeds given the error in here.
I think it's all right.
And it's a separate posted meeting. So
It is,
You
yeah.
can adjourn this after your,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Do we
separate
have anything
board,
to do
that's a
with
whole.
No,
I just didn't know if you were coming.
I'm sure you
so
can go.
Wanted to let you know.
thank you.
Okay.
Just
Just
the-
stuff in your mouth. Okay, so are we going in now?
Yes, please. And I just did that really for the air quality and given Treasurer Costello's different briefing.
Yeah. Is he here?
Yeah, I don't know if he's showed up, if he's arrived yet. He was going to sign checks. This is, I don't know what that is.
Came from somebody, something.
Green.
Is that the
Calendar.
It's 11:20.
We'll await a motion to cut of non-public and seal the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. A motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I'll second it, just to be nice.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 11:20?
11:21.
So you guys got a few minutes.
We're heading over to trustees meeting. The trustees meeting.
Now, this is the newly formed or new appointed to take care of the,
Right.
those accounts that you have. Yes, and all three of you are appointed to those
No.
trustees?
No, I'm off.
Just
I
one
was
of them
in the
is?
state, and yep.
Okay, so Commissioner McGee, you're the representative from the commission.
I am.
And then who else is on there?
Joe,
I know you,
treasurer.
oh, you are, okay,
And Representative Bucco.
okay. And you're gonna administer the Doobie Fund and
in the nursing home gift card fund.
And that's cart, not card.
Cart,
Okay,
yep.
thank you.
That is correct.